guys. Welcome back to our podcast, Rant with Us by Daniel and SM Jana. Um, Thank you for watching our last episode. For those that liked and those that commented and those that shared and stuff. Mostly Jana's family and friends. Thank you.
Yes.
We really do appreciate and stuff.
Biggest supporters.
Thank you very much. Why are we wearing the same outfit, you might ask? I think this is important to clarify. For those not listening and those watching, this is because we felt like it's a good look outfit. And because
it aligns with our vision
exactly.
and with the vibe of
and because it says chill, it gives a very a very nice grandeur to it.
And so, I just like this color. So
yeah. So thank you very much. We should ask how our week was, but I feel like there's nothing much to it, right? Did you have anything?
I mean, we had academic break no?
Yeah.
So it's like
but I had exams though.
We got done with exams and then it was academic break. So
yeah, I had exams. I did very well in it, by the way.
Let's go!
That I don't want to say that's a rarity, but at least we.
But at the rate our colleges are and the way.
Yeah, it's a win.
It is a win.
You should go to the club and pop a bottle for that. Yes.
Okay, sure.
It does deserve it.
Okay.
That's how shitty the exams have been.
Yeah, that's true. It's taken a lot of hard work and.
It's not even hard work at this point. They just want to see us suffer. Honestly, they just want to see us. Well, please let's not talk about school today. That's
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for another day.
We're talking about.
Yeah. So, topic today.
We're talking about. So you recently had your birthday. Yep. My birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
So we're all entering into our mid-20s. Mid-20s era. So we were talking about early 20s and our experiences during our early 20s and how things and life has changed from early 20s to our mid-20s.
Guys, I'm old. Right.
He's not that old.
Please.
We are neither of us are that old.
No, because mid-20s is old.
Mid-20s is mid-20s. Okay,
so wait, I want to ask you something.
Go.
So, what did you used to look at people that were in their mid-20s as when you were 16, 17?
That I want to study like they're studying and work like they're working now. Never old.
You never looked at them and like, dude, that must be light years away.
No, not really. Because I grew up, like, I have very big age gaps with my cousins. Like, my older cousins.
So you couldn't wait?
Yeah, well, not really. It was more like whatever life they're having, I thought adulthood had more agency. So it's more like, they can do what they're choosing to do with their own money and with the lifestyle that they're having. So it more came from that side. So it's not like it seemed light years away because I've seen my older cousins or even my aunts and uncles be in their 20s while I was a child. So it's like I was very close to seeing them in their college lives and their uni days. So yeah, it wasn't much like. But yeah, I couldn't wait to grow up.
That's crazy. I did not want to.
But at the same time,
it felt so far.
I didn't
like. I have a friend. I want to call him a friend. That used to be 20. I think when I was 18, he was 25. Okay. And I used to look at him as so old. I used to look at him and I was like, dude, ew. I swear, I really used to. Because, like, it talked to me and I'll be like, why is this geriatric patient speaking to me?
Oh my god.
Like, it felt so old. Like, we try and do sports things and he couldn't do it. It was like, like, if I could use it as a meme, it felt to me like he had beards. It's like you should have a family now. That's how it felt.
Okay.
It's like you're old.
So it's like, yeah, well, with that context, it's more like I've also looked at mid-20s until late 20s, kind of the phase of life where you're like supposed to be more responsible and get your own job and life and have your own money and try to at least start the process of settling down, whether it's with your own family or yourself, like you're on your own 2 feet. That one is always there.
I also.
But then I chose medicine for myself, so that's the
That's
long
fair.
journey
Exactly.
that's on me.
Exactly.
So it's
I
gonna take longer than what
Mm.
usually people are. But yeah, that way, yes. But I didn't used to look at them. I think that's also one of the reasons I do. Like, I'm more comfortable with having age gap friendships, even in friend circles, because like I have people who are younger than me, like by 3-4 years. I have people who are older than me. I also have friends, like close friends, who are in their 30s, like early 30s, mid 30s, and I think I can function well with them without thinking like, oh, like without focusing on the age gap or like how different it is. So that might be like, I'm just realizing that might come from the fact that I grew up with like big age gap cousins.
Yeah.
And like older siblings or even acquaintances. Like my parents have had acquaintances or friends whose children were like older than me, and whenever we would visit them, it's like, oh no, so and so is studying or working in so and so company. So it's like, okay, that's the life in mid 20s. And I think I've grown up privileged enough in the sense that I never had the pressure of like, oh, by mid 20s you need to tick off and you need to do all of these things as a person, like whether it's starting to earn or whether it's like settling down. Especially as a woman, Indian woman, it's like there's no like, oh, you're 25 and you need to get married or something like that. So that's something which is an advantage. So yeah, it's not, I don't feel old, but it is a transition where it's like I can understand when they talk about frontal lobe development. That's kind of real. It's mostly real.
I think for me, the reason why I used to think of it as old was because I did not really have proximity to older people. Like, I was the first child. Was, like I said.
You're still a
I'm
first
still the
child.
first child.
Shout out to his sister.
I'm the first child.
We
and
love her.
I don't know anyone older, and that really messed up my idea.
Plus, I think you
of
also grew up in boarding school, so you were mostly surrounded with
my
your own
exactly
age gap.
exactly
Yeah.
Everyone around me was the age that, there are few people that were older,
But you never like sat down and talked or bonded with them.
also the concept of age, from where I come from, is a very strange subject. Maybe because it's boarding school, I don't know. Now, this is another issue that I tend to have. Because I went to boarding school, sometimes my experiences is they're not what like your typical
teenager or like
would go
in
through.
childhood would
Like,
have, yeah,
for example, 1 year difference is very big. If you're 14 and the person is 15, you treat the person like
the elder.
you give them the same respect you give someone that's 20, 25, 24 and stuff. Maybe that's why. But my parents also got married very old, and because of that, they never gave me that urgency to get things in order.
Yeah, get things done earlier.
For them, it's like, do you have a goal? Do you know where you're going? Do you have like a trajectory?
Like, you don't have to have everything figured out.
I have not. I don't. If anything, I don't think there's been any sort of pressure to get to any, like, to be quote unquote an adult. Like, for example, 25, you should have a job, be in a house, live some things, yada yada yada. It's not been that. It's more. I think that has stemmed more from friends than anything. And what I mean by that is, now I can tell you this: none of my friends are settled. Like, none of them. Everyone is figuring it out. But then I have certain friends that have put that pressure on themselves and feel very pissed off.
That they haven't been able to reach.
Not just that, but they also put it on. They tend to lose their shit when you don't have that pressure on yourself. For example, you'll be talking. I'll be talking to a few friends, and they'll be like, "Oh, I need to hustle so that I get money, and like, in the next 2 years I should be married." And I'm like, I'm still a baby.
Child, yeah.
And then they get pissed, like, what the fuck do you mean you're a baby? And I'm like, I cannot take on the burden that you have put on yourself. If you get married today, I personally don't think it changes anything.
Oh, okay. If you get married tomorrow, or if you get married today, no matter what age you are, it obviously changes a lot of things.
What I mean is, in the context in which marriage is being perceived.
Like age-wise.
Not like, okay, so um, for us, at least this I can speak, like, let's say from an African perspective. Most people, of course not all, see marriage like the, when, like a moth going to a flame.
Okay.
The flame is the grandeur.
Marriage.
Is the it's like the goal.
Yeah,
it's
that's,
like
I think
that
that's
thing.
a lot of most ethnic cultures.
Because now for most of them it's like that final thing. And my point is, the age you get to that does not change the fact that marriage is just another activity for me. The people that...
Okay, I see, like, you're more talking about, like, the perception of...
Yes.
But at the same time, you can't, like, you have to understand that the way society perceives marriage, or the way realistically marriage is for most people, does not change just because you're perceiving it in a different way.
Okay, can
you get what I mean? Like, as in, for me personally, marriage is not the end goal. But that does not take away, or that does not negate the fact that, number one, it comes from a place of privilege. The reason that marriage is not the end goal for me is because I have been able to grow up in a family which has not put that much focus on marriage as the end goal for me. But at the same time, I know, like, multiple Indian women, mostly in the culture that I come from, is brought up in the way that marriage is the end goal. And just because somebody is perceiving that, oh, personally for me marriage is not the end goal, does not mean that the 5 people or the 10 people around you will suddenly perceive it the same way. Or just because you're getting married and you are not perceiving it in that same way, marriage suddenly becomes different for you.
I get...
Like, I have, for example, I have a friend who, for her, marriage is just, again, like you said, it's like a sideline. It's one of the things that... If it happens, it happens. If it happens in late 20s, it's still fine. If it happens in 30s, yes. But at some point, it came to a crossroads where her family wants her to get married by a certain age. And then unless you have the, whether you call it the emotional independence or the financial independence, to be able to get out of that zone and you get to choose for yourself, people will choose for you. Number one, people will choose for you. And number two is, even if for herself she's thinking that, oh, it's just something that can take a backseat in my life. Like, maybe I want to choose my career right now over my marriage. But once she gets married, she might not be able to execute it in her everyday life as much as she wants to. Like, that now becomes a fight that she has to go on.
I think I get what you mean.
Yeah. So,
and I don't think I've seen marriage as that before. This is
like, from a male perspective.
I knew that's what I was about to say. I think this is what I think you're saying. Let me put it in a way that you're saying it as like marriage is a portal into a whole different life.
Yeah, because it does not change the, like, me thinking that marriage is not my end goal does not change the fact that
it will change your life.
It will change my life. Especially as a woman in today's society, as a brown woman in today's society, it will change my life. Whether I want to, it's basically like you either accept it, like, sooner rather than later, or you find a way to, like, to function around it, or you get to choose, like, it's sort of like you get to choose what battles you want to fight. Like, whether you want to fight all of the small battles or whether you want to fight the big battles where you're like, okay, this is what is non-negotiable for me.
Do you think that it becomes more of a shared psychological problem amongst ethnic people where deep down it's there? Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as the ones that don't have to think about it don't think about it, but there is a part of them that have that what you call this? It's like something that bites them.
Something at the back of their
mind. At the back of their minds, it's like, oh, yes, I'm not thinking about it, but like clock is ticking, actually.
Yeah, of course, because, like, at least in my culture's context I can give you. Women are taught to, like, they're growing up mostly with the upbringing of marriage is the end goal. Even if you get 3 degrees, even if you're working professionally, even if you're an independent woman, you still, if you're not married, it changes things for you.
So there's no that pressure on men in Europe?
Not as much, or the age, there's a difference. Like the marriage pressure, it mostly, for men, it mostly starts like late 20s or early 30s. For women, it starts from early 20s to mid 20s. Because biological clock and stuff like that. So they'll give that excuse, like traditional conservative people will give that excuse of like, no, we are encouraging you or we are pushing you towards this because you have a biological clock ticking. But at the same time, what I'm saying is women are taught to, or women subconsciously think of it much more actively. Or even like it becomes a part of their daily lives. The thought process becomes a part of their daily lives after a certain age. But I'm not saying like men don't have to think about it at all. They just don't think about it from the same perspective that we are thinking about. But it's still there, like you said, it's still there at the back of their minds, at the back of their brains. Like, okay, especially because I think it's similar for both of our cultures, where patriarchy is in a way where men will be equated to like, oh, you have to have your financials, like you have to be settled financially, you have to be able to provide for a family, you have to be able to earn. For women, it's like you can still get married if you're not earning. Which maybe she herself does not want to, but it's still okay from the society's side. Yeah. But from the man's side, it's like, oh, even if his wife is earning, if you're not earning, like you don't have value as a husband. You don't have value. Like, how can you not be the breadwinner of the family? Because you're the man of the house, so you're supposed to,
So there's like more leeway for them in regards to time.
So it's not something that is like completely not a part of their thought process. It just is not from the same perspective. Or it does not, I would say it does not affect all the people, like all people from in the same way.
That's right, that makes sense. I like the way we veered away from
what
we're supposed to talk about, and then we just went into marriage.
But I think it's like it is things that are like, once we're entering, now that we're entering our mid-20s, these are things that, like, not marriage per se, but like settling down and having your own life and trying to get like your own thing, whether it's a house, apartment, whether it's your own family, away from your parents. Like, we're actually starting to register that we have to do it at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I've always thought of 20s as a time where you just need to figure things out for yourself. Like, you need to make mistakes. Again, we're very much from a place of privilege. And this is only advice or suggestion if you also come from a point of privilege. Like, if you're trying to survive...
Wait, POV. Okay, I say POV. No, sorry, mistake. Point of whatever. Privilege. I think it would be very ignorant for me to say I don't come from a point of certain privilege, but it's not like privilege.
No, we're not talking like...
Because during the saying is like, I'm sipping matcha, and then, so guys,
No, hear me out. What I'm trying to say
you guys need to work hard, make mistakes.
No.
My daddy is going to come bail me out when I do dumb shit. But, you guys, you don't have rich daddy. You need to... That's what I'm being...
Yeah, I get where... So I get where you're coming from.
When she says privilege,
I mean like certain aspects of privilege.
We are not.
We're not generational wealth billionaire people.
She's still giving Nepo baby vibes. There is nothing Nepo about us. We're not even N. Talk less of E. We just have hardworking parents, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
That's where it ends. But she's
doing
it, and then purple cup, purple hoodie, and then she's like, guys,
with my pink tumbler, guys.
It's time to make mistakes. Your 20s are for mistakes, are for people that have rich ass parents.
Yes.
They're people that fly first class.
And your 20s are also for, okay, I want to add, your 20s are also for traveling, for people who come from very rich families. Because every time I open social media, everyone has a new destination that they're going to, and then they're like, oh, you will have money back, but you'll never have your 20s back.
We don't have money.
We don't have the money to go.
No money. There is no money to go
the
anywhere.
Trip with the friends.
No money.
No, but when I say point of privilege,
when the one way they do where they're like when the trip finally leaves the group chat,
yeah,
and then you see all passports and none of them are green or black. they're all proper US passports, and then UK passports, and they're like,
passport privilege is very real.
The trip finally the trip finally left the group chat, and then you see, I'm like, I am not seeing any African passport here. Please we're looking at people that apply for visas.
Looking at people
that have to submit and then swear to God that they're not going to stay in the countries they're going to.
Yes.
Those are the people.
When I say point of privilege, I mean as in that with respect to the life that my grandparents were able to provide for my parents are able to provide a more upgraded /
I think there needs to be a word for that. That's not privilege. Because I feel like it's wrong.
It is privilege.
Why do we and Nepo babies have to use the same word? Because their privilege is definitely not mine.
That's why they're like more privileged /
just more privilege.
Yeah,
Let's privilege sounds worse for some reason. It sounds like.
They started the word of underprivileged. I don't understand
what underprivileged.
Underprivileged is like, when you donate close to goodwill, you're donating to underprivileged. So wait,
let me get. There's privilege.
There's more privilege than.
But they don't call themselves more privileged. They call themselves privileged.
No, but it's also like billionaires will always say we came here with hard work. So that's different. Like,
really?
Yeah.
The one I know that I hear a lot is we try.
We try. No, they also say we worked very hard, and if you wanna get to where we are, you have to like wake up early. You have to have discipline in life, and you have to work. I
thought those were like those manosphere. No, these are
not just manosphere guys.
To aspire to perspire your Maguire. If you want to acquire the whatever ever. When you try to rhyme words together.
Most billionaires will say things like, "Yeah, we worked hard to accumulate the money of the blood and sweat of
I just got it. Just a $2 million loan.
Another thing.
Just a $2 million loan for my dad. When things were going wrong.
No, but 2 million is with context of a billion, and 2 million is nothing.
It's still something, Jonah.
For us, yes.
I feel like when it comes to wealth, it comes to a point where, for example, if you get $100 million loan,
yeah,
or you get
loan,
not loan. What am I saying? Loan. If
say lottery.
It's not lottery. If your dad was able to give you $100 million, you are closer to $1 billion than
I am to $1 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do they mean by just a little loan?
But I see what you mean, but also my point was, like, I don't think people understand like the gap of difference between 1 million and 1 billion. Because the way we are like, millionaires and billionaires, like there is no way in hell that you can categorize millionaires and billionaires in the same.
I think the reason why people do that, and I think the reason why you can almost do that is when they do that, they do not compare it in context to how much it really is, but in context to how many other people can even be there. For example, I'll say, I'm looking for the best way to put it. A lorry and a bus have more in common than a bike. Okay, that's a very stupid analogy.
Yes.
Sorry. Let me look for something else. When you have
your analogy was like all three are modes of transport, it's gonna take me somewhere.
What I'm trying to say is a millionaire and a billionaire have more in common than we.
No, that's not true.
I promise you that's what it is. There is only, first of all, if there are 100 people and we have 2 billionaires and let's say 10 millionaires, all of them have way more in common
than non-millionaires.
The rest of us.
Okay, maybe
to an extent. Context to that.
To an extent, but also this comes with like the context of number one currency.
Yes.
Country.
Of course, we're using dollars as
dollars.
general...
If we do like dollars, and if we take the context of America, then yes, for sure. But with cultural context and with context, like geographical context, you might not, like, it might all be extremely different from each other.
So do you think that
like, for example, okay, in my country, billionaires in India extremely different than millionaires in India, again extremely different than non-millionaires.
Because what I was going to say is, do you think it's easier for a millionaire to become a billionaire, or for him to go back to just being an ordinary citizen?
Go back to being a poor person.
Oh.
At least from my country's perspective. Because a billion is insane. Like, you would have to be alive 1,000 or 5,000 years. There was some statistic that I forgot now. But you have to be alive for 5,000 years and then get paid like $1,000 per hour for you to honest hard work your way through
into a billion.
So it's for sure the gap between millionaires and billionaires is also a lot. We just don't understand because of the perception that we have of their lifestyle. Because also billionaires' lifestyles, we're barely seeing, like, we're only seeing the things that they're telling us, like the way they're showing us. Yeah. We're not seeing their everyday lifestyle.
That's right.
No shout out to Epstein Files, I guess.
Please, thank you very much. Thank you.
So anyways, mid-20s. We were talking about mid-20s.
Okay, so you go first. What was your early 20s?
Early 20s. Well, early 20s. It was roller coaster, guys. It was roller coaster. The size said
how bad was it?
It was okay. I can't say, like, in hindsight, I cannot really focus on it being completely bad because I don't think I would be the person that I am now without the experiences I've had.
It's given. My experiences shaped me.
Shaped the person that I am. But I came, so I left my country. I left my country when I was 17 and a half. So I came to Philippines super young. Now that I'm almost 25, it is super young.
She came very minute.
I'm still minute, but I came very, very young. With no knowledge of the world, with very much of like growing up.
Show you the world. Sorry.
With growing up in the bubble that I grew up in, for better or worse.
Bubble called
the upbringing that I had in India.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I don't want
Bubble called privilege?
No. I actually wanted you to say something, but it's fine.
What do you want me to say?
I want to say, in a bubble called Calcutta.
Oh my god. Yes, bubble called Calcutta. But so I came out, and then this was a whole new world to explore and discover. Well, I didn't choose to explore and discover the world. The world was like, we'll give you one issue at a time, one problem at a time, and you just have to figure things out on the way.
Let me get this straight. You were chosen
by the universe.
You said that's what you said.
No, that's not what I said.
You said I didn't even choose to explore the world.
I said, like, I would, if I had the choice, I would not go through all of the struggles that I went through in those ways. Okay. So it's more of a thing of like it shaped me up into like, oh, you have to survive and you have to have like the survival instincts and tactics very, very soon after I left the country and I was here adulting alone and all. But the good part was now I was away from home, so I was living alone. I had a lot of liberty and freedom, which a lot of women do not get when they're back in their hometowns and they're back with their families. So that was there. A lot of wrong decisions and bad decisions, but I still stand by them because now I know what decisions to not take, what people to not choose, what people to not choose to keep in your lives, and who to give your energy to and who to not give your energy to.
Preach, queen.
How about you?
I think, let me see. Early 20s for me was very strange because if I tell people it went by like a blur, they won't understand. I made a very huge mistake when I was 19. The mistake I made, and I keep saying it, and I try to tell my sister because, passing the wisdom and stuff. Okay. I did not live like my age. I wanted to be old so bad. I don't know why. And I came to understand it was because I was among like old people that were losers. And then I just wanted to be old too. So I kept like inflating my age. First of all, the fact that they believed that was my age is crazy. Because when I look at the pictures, I'm like, there is no way this boy is telling you he's 26 and you think he's 26. There is no way. But for some stupid reason.
So for context, you've chronically lied about your
about
age,
my age, yes.
a number
really
of times.
Because I really thought I was young. Like I really thought I was young then, and I felt like when I would make friends and I'll tell them my age, I'm like, oh, you're just a kid, and then nobody would really want to talk to me.
Okay, but you didn't want to be associated.
But I didn't want to be a kid. So it's like, guys, I know a lot of stuff. I did not know
shit.
I did not know anything, and I really felt I can't blame them. Again, I can't blame them, and the reason why I say I can't blame them,
I think you can a little bit.
I also have to own up to my choices.
Yes, but at the same time, they were all grown as adults. Like now that we're adults and in.
Yeah, would I do that? Absolutely
That's
not.
what I'm saying.
First of all, I hate kids. Anyone younger than 22, I don't want to talk to. The only reason why I might talk to them is because. The only reason why I might talk to them is because they're my sister. And my sister is younger than 22, so that's fine. Anyone younger than that, I don't do.
You kind of need to give it some context.
I don't, because 2 years gap max, that's what I can work with. I feel like
I think we need to segue into the behind the scenes.
Okay.
What
so
is
behind the
happening?
scenes,
Behind the scenes is
girlfriend is looking at them. She's like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
Because she's younger than him, but she's turning 22 in the same year that he's turning 20. He turned 24, so
it's
she's judging him. She's side eyeing him as she should.
What do you mean as she should?
Because you just said I want to talk to, so from your birthday to her, do not talk to her.
No, that's not what I mean. It's like the same year, obviously. It's like
you're turning now.
If we're turning 22.
Like currently,
my grandpa died 95, but his birthday is 96, and they say he lived 96 years.
No,
that's what they wrote. I can show you. They didn't lie though.
That's not the standard.
That's the standard I'm using.
No, you can say that after your girlfriend has turned 20.
No, that's by the Daniel metric. How about that?
Okay, sure.
So Daniel, according to Daniel metric.
When we met.
Let's not do this. According to the Daniel.
They met when he was 21.
That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about. We're talking about
our 20s.
Yes, early 20s.
But she is our friend.
That's not the point, Jaya. We're talking about early 20s.
She is my best friend, so she is in her early 20s, no?
That's Jana, please can we stick to the topic of discussion? Because now I feel like I'm being ganged up on.
Side note, always have your girlfriend's bags, guys.
I feel like I'm being ganged up on.
No matter what.
Where did I stop? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were saying that you wouldn't, like you yourself wouldn't talk to somebody who's younger than a certain age, but then at that point they were grown adults.
But still, I'm not going to blame them. I think most of it was my fault.
I think that's because you're very
I feel like
forgiving and graceful person.
No, I could have done so. I wish I lived like a kid. Because I really feel like I missed out on a lot
of experiences
because I didn't enjoy being a teenager because I wanted to be an adult so bad, and now that I'm an adult it sucks balls, and I want to go back, but it is what it is. I think
that's him.
Also, another thing was because when I came here and stuff, I had not experienced what it was like being a teenager. I think enough, like in your late teens, in my country. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed, I talked about it or not already. I did go to a boarding school. Like I went to a boarding school all my life, so I never really stayed home enough to know what it feels like being of the teenage age and living at home and stuff. I think the longest
feel like you lost the age of innocence.
Not innocence, no, not that. I feel
innocence, but like the things that come with it.
I feel like I lost something. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know.
Maybe you will find it at some point.
Thank you.
Getting it. I thought that was gonna be sarcastic. It came out nice.
It did not even come out nice. It just came out. What do you mean I'm finding it? I'm looking for it. I'm not looking. What am I trying to look for, Jan?
Whatever you want to find in life.
I'm not looking for it.
That one expect.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, I felt like I lost something. I don't know what it is, honestly. But it's my only regret. And I try to make sure that the older I get, I don't repeat that same mistake. So when I'm 24, I live like I'm 24.
So you should be now. You should not be considering like, oh, I'm so old. You should not be doing.
No, I'm not saying I'm old like old.
No, I
Do you
know,
get what I mean?
but even
I mean, I'm old, but I'm old in the sense of how I used to look at it. Does that make sense? I understand the context of
like
with
the thought process you had as a child or as a
exactly teenager. So like I understand the context of where I am. I understand. I really want to not. I don't want to be in my 30s and be like, why
did I not experience my
20s? Yes. Why was I so stuck up on
I have to grow up and be responsible.
So I don't want to make that mistake again. I want to live like my age is. And not live like I'm younger, because for some reason people live like they're younger than
some people they really do be like not having the maturity that their age should
not just even just maturity, sometimes just plain stupidity. You cannot be 25 and be stupid, people. You honestly cannot.
You are grown as people.
At what point
take the decisions?
At what point do we do this?
Yep.
No one is beating you anymore. No one is chastising you. Everyone has a fucking life.
Yeah.
Please, you're an adult. If you
take decisions that
make
sense. That make sense in your own brain.
You're not a child.
In your own brain.
You're 25. I cannot be. This goes.
And also, you cannot be.
There's someone that'll see this video that I want them to see. Yes, I am not advising you anymore. You are not a child. No. I am not. The next time you come to me with your, oh Daniel, this happened. I will not listen. I will not. I will be like, oh wow, that's crazy. Damn.
But I think you already have started to do that.
Yes, so I'm just voicing it out. Yeah. I know that this person will listen to this. I'm not going to say who, but you know yourself.
But you know who you are.
Because we're adults now. I can't be giving you 1980s. This is why I don't want to talk to people younger than that.
I think it's also like you can't be 25 or 26 and
then I'm
feel
giving
like
you
your actions or your decisions do not come with consequences.
It will.
Or ramifications.
You are not a child.
And it ends up affecting people around you as well.
Do you know? If you do dumb shit, you'll go to jail. You will actually go. You'll be tried.
And we're all in a different country, guys. Exactly. We have to.
When they takalaka boom, boom, that's all. You go.
Your visa will not be renewed. Then for the next year.
I don't have visa. Still, don't be stupid. You can go to jail. Jail is not nice. I've not gone. That I can tell you for a fact. And I don't think I will go before I take it.
Amen.
I don't want to go and beg.
Amen.
Please. But it's not nice. So please let's be smart and
take good adult maturity.
And also stop stressing people out.
Mm-hmm.
Stop making them.
That's what I'm saying. Like it ends up affecting the people around you as well. So you have to, if not for yourself, please do it for the people around you.
We are actually begging now.
And who care for you.
At this point,
and who want to see you be better and do better for yourself.
At this point, we're begging, because sometimes you see some people make some mistakes and you be like, nah. Apparently, it even goes on to their 30s. I had a friend that has asked me for an advice, and I looked at the person and I told her, the person is not in this country, by the way. This was when I was home. And she finished speaking and I was like, can you bring out your passport? And she was like, no, I don't have it. I'm like, do you have any ID with you? And I'm like, yes. And I said, check your DOB.
For someone whose date of birth starts with 19,
you should not be asking me the questions you're asking me, because you're swinging your hips and doing like this, and you're not a 19-year-old girl. You're not 18. You are old.
Yeah. Your brain has developed, guys. So whatever
did it really develop?
Whatever decisions and whatever things you're
so.
Doing after 25, like yes, of course it comes with context, but you have to shoulder the consequences. And you have to shoulder the ripple effect that comes with it. You cannot do things just on impulse and feel like everybody around you will deal with it.
Exactly.
Just because they're your close people. That's not how it is.
And then you'll be like, if you don't love me at my worst, don't love me at my best. I don't want to love you,
that
period.
means when you...
I don't even want to love you. Carry your love and be going. Sorry. That was... Now it sounds personal. It sounds like I'm talking about one person. I am not.
No, we're talking about a lot of people we have known in our lives.
Maybe me, I don't have.
I have known.
I don't know a lot of people.
But when we talk about that, when you say like if you can't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is not what it means. We don't include things that you are by choice putting on yourself. And making your life worse than it could be.
I also think that a lot of people tend to use trauma as an excuse. I genuinely believe it's an excuse. I believe that there's only till a certain age where for example, this is a Daniel quote. Mm-hmm. You're only allowed to use genuine childhood trauma up until the age of 25. Mm-hmm. To justify certain things. There are some things that I feel like 25 is even a grace period. For example, you cannot. There are things you cannot actively do. That, let's say, for example, you've made mistakes from. You did when you were 21.
Yeah, and let's then you don't learn from it.
21, you did 21, you did 22, you did 23, you did 24. Yeah. At one point, childhood trauma has nothing to do with it anymore.
For me, I think I agree to that to a certain extent. But again, like most things, like I always say, it comes with context.
Wow! Context, mama.
It comes with context in the sense of, it has to come with the context of, say for example, did you leave home at a certain age? Were you able to be exposed to certain experiences during like the 20 to 25 or the 19 to 25 age phase, where you had the opportunities to learn from those mistakes. That is true.
I didn't think of that.
So with that context, since we're talking about age, because a lot of people are forced to or do not have another option but to live with their trauma until a certain age, that even might go on to like their 30s. So it comes with the context of only when you're able to have a 20s free from the, like, whether it's you choosing to cut people off from your past or your parents off or your family members off, or whether you're going away from your hometown or from your country or from wherever you're living, wherever it is. So with that context, yes. But for me, it comes more with the context of, like, say if somebody who's 26 comes up to me and is like, okay, I made this mistake, but I'm only now coming out of my house and this is the first time I've made this mistake. So I would more often than not perceive people based on the number of times they've made a mistake as compared to their ages. Like, yes, your frontal lobe has developed, but then if there are just certain situations which you would not get exposed to until you're living alone.
I think abuse is the only thing for me. I think abuse is the only thing that I feel like there's no age, there's no age range for, because abuse runs very deep
and even because also growth is not linear. Like, growth will never, like, whether it's like you would learn from therapy or whether you process it yourself or unlearn it yourself.
I'm not a fan of therapy, but that's a conversation for
another time. This is different conversation. Me, I'm a big fan of therapy. I've been going to therapy for a long time, but it's a thing of like you said, abuse.
I want to rage bait you a little bit. One question. So, are you a fan of? Since you're a fan of therapy, right? Would you agree to be therapized by a male therapist?
Sure.
I expected a more horrible answer.
So our friends think I would not.
I don't think she will.
But again, there is context. If you're a male therapist, I would have higher standards for you than I would for a female therapist, because it's same to analogize, like, I would probably have higher standards if I went to a white therapist, because there are certain aspects of my life that you would not
understand
or empathize with or be able to empathize with. So because therapy does not exist in a void. It exists with the societal context. It exists within the within the ecosystem that nothing exists in a void of its own. So it exists within the power dynamic and within the ecosystem that we are living. So if I'm going to a male therapist, you are in a position of power over me. Like, not individually, but societally speaking. The guy has a position. Why are you making that face?
No, you said. Wait.
What did I say?
You said power over you. I don't know. It just sounds.
No, as in like who I am as a person or whatever my identity is. As a man, you are in a hierarchy wise. You are in a position of.
Okay.
Not
okay.
as in like a boss class.
That's what it sounded like.
To clarify, it's more like you.
So power over me.
You are in a higher position of power in the societal hierarchy. That's why. But anyways, I'm a big fan of therapy. So, like you said, abuse runs deep, and like there are certain things which are like once you turn 25, you have to be like, okay, I need to start taking better decisions, or I need to start doing better, like doing a better job of unlearning and coming out of the experiences I've had. So, but again, it comes with context. Like, it's a very individual aspect of context where what experiences and what exposure you've had in life. Like, I will never be able to, like, why are you smiling?
Because I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. You're like making
valid points.
Yes.
Not valid for you.
You're making valid. No, they actually are valid.
But what I'm trying to say is me leaving home at 18. Or the experience, like the things that I learned when I was 20, I would not try to have the same scale for every other person that I'm with. Like, do you get one?
That's fair. That's fair.
Like somebody who's leaving home at 24 will have a very different
sense of
or how to grow up or how to be mature than I have had.
So what do you think let's say, what are you quote unquote looking forward to in your mid? Please, what is what is mid 20s?
I think it should be 24 to 26, 27, right?
So wait, mid 20s is just 25. It cannot be just 25.
No. It's like
there has to be like a range.
It's 2 to 3 years. It's like 24 until 26, 26.
I think 24 to 28.
No. 28 after 27 is late 30s, late 20s. 27 to 30 is late.
27 to 30.
So it's like 20 to 23 is early 20s.
Early
24 to 26, 27 is mid 20s, and 27 to 30 is late 20s.
Okay. So what are you looking forward to your late?
I'm looking forward to my brain being developed and me taking mature, nice,
Jana, it's developed already.
Good decisions.
Have you made any good decisions so far?
Yeah, a lot. Being friends with you guys.
Wow.
That's a good decision.
That's emotional manipulation. You see, so
no, but
this is what
I mean it. I'm not.
This is what you get to see when you're mid-20s. You can see bullshit for what it is. You can. When someone is trying to manipulate you, you can see it.
You know for sure that I mean that. Like, even though I'm saying it in a joking way, I mean that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the good decisions I actually take, like, touch wood, and no jinx and no nazar, no evil eye. But I genuinely am so grateful for all of the people, especially the relationships I've chosen and the friendships I've chosen to have in my life. It's like, it really is like it makes me want to be a better person every day. And it makes me grow and evolve, or at least want to grow and evolve. Sometimes they give questionable advice, but it's
she gives the word. Maybe not.
I do not give the worst advice.
Enabling is a horrible. It's horrible. Jana never says no, by the way. She never says no. If you tell Jana today, hi Jana, so I want to go on a skyscraper and just jump, she'll be like, yeah, sure, that's a good idea. Jana, is it nice that I slapped my teacher? Yeah, she definitely had it coming.
Because I love you, so whatever you're doing is right, according to me. According to my definition. I have a lot of female friends, mostly female friends. So, whatever they say, whatever they're doing is always right.
Hence, very horrible advice.
Is always right. But no, when I'm being serious about advice, it's not bad though.
That's like once in like 8 months.
That's true.
you get like a
'Cause I
solid,
couldn't-
you get a solid advice out of Jana once in 8 months. That's if you're a woman. But if you're a man, you get criticism every other day, at least an average of 4 times a day. But that's by the way. Me, what am I looking forward to? I made a very horrible mistake when I was
19.
10.
When you were 10.
Yes, I decided to support Chelsea FC. Now they've been the source of.
This is such a man thing to say.
They've been the source of my pain this year. They've been losing game after game after game. So I hope they don't lose the game they have today. Touch wood. So I hope that they don't keep me.
Shout
pain
out
this
Chelsea
year.
FC if you can sponsor us.
I promise you they won't. They're going through too much. They need the money. If anything, we are supposed to sponsor them. But
But yeah, I'm also looking forward to
what am I looking
new
forward
like some new experiences.
Honestly,
I've had a lot of experiences.
I don't think I'm looking forward to any experience. I won't lie. One issue I'm having, and everybody's complaining that I'm having, is I don't talk to people anymore.
Yeah.
I'm actually tired. I'm exhausted already.
But you're also not that good at communication.
I used to be.
Yeah,
That's the honest truth. But I feel like I'm honestly gone past that stage, and I just want to be left alone to a degree. So
this is the last episode of our podcast,
That's
guys.
not what I meant.
What?
Obviously, like the friends I have are enough. I don't want to meet new people. I feel like it's exhausting too. I hate talking to people as well. It just,
Yes, I think
So-
that's something which we bonded on pretty early on, that we're not fans of people overall in general.
So I just hope I'm just looking forward to things like coming around and being good, and my friends being happy, and graduating and things like that.
And
So
yes.
yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. Nothing else that really, I don't want to say sticks out. Did you get so? That's pretty much it. Whatever you guys are looking forward to in your 20s, you can let us know.
For me, I'm also looking forward to money. If any of y'all have,
Yeah, you can. Okay, I am not begging for money, by the way.
I am.
You can donate to her, and maybe she'll pass me some.
I am
So,
looking forward to money. I
guys,
would love
whatever.
I would love it if any of you are rich enough to have like a personal yacht or something, and you can invite me and my
Please do not
girlfriend.
traffic her. That's how you see. That's how people get trafficked easily. What we were saying, mid-20s better decision. But that's by the way. So guys, we'll be ending
this episode
now.
on the note of manifesting parties on personal yachts.
Please
of
don't
people.
take her to personal yachts. Please don't traffic this girl. She's very small. She's so easily trafficable. She'll be put in a box like this, and then we don't know where she is anymore. So please, guys, we're not looking. If you have any thing you're looking forward to in your late 20s, whatever struggles you've also gone through, there are a lot of things we're not able to talk about as well, because the episode is short. We might try to cover it next episode.
Next episode, maybe.
We're not sure. So if you have anything you'd like to
Or
add or whatever,
any niche segment or any subtopic that you want us to
so
cover.
just add it in the comments and all of that. You can check us on
Apple Music, YouTube,
Instagram. She's still boycotting Spotify, by the way. Resist. Hashtag.
That's not very cheap.
So see you guys. See you next episode. Bye bye. Like and subscribe and stuff. Take care. Ciao ciao.